بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد أرسلنا موسى بآياتنا وسلطان مبين إلى فرعون وملئه فاتبعوا أمر فرعون وما أمر فرعون برشيد يقول قومه يوم القيامة فأوردهم النار وبئس الورد المورود وأتبعوا في هذه لعنة ويوم القيامة بئس الورد المورود ذلك من أنباء القرى نقصه عليك منها قائم وحصيد وما ظلمناهم ولكن ظلموا أنفسهم فما أغنت عنهم آلهتهم التي يدعون من دون الله من شيء لما جاء أمر ربك وما زادوا غير تتبيب وكذلك أخذ ربك إذا أخذ القرى وهي ظالمة إن أخذه أليم شديد إن في ذلك لآية لمن خاف عذاب الآخرة ذلك يوم مجموع له الناس وذلك يوم مشهود وما يؤخره إلا لأجل معلوم صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in verse 96 of Surah Hud, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا مُوسَى بِآيَاتِنَا وَسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ. Verily we sent Musa salam with our signs and a clear proof. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala sent Musa salam. All the prophets were sent by Allah. They did not come on their own choice. They did not make themselves a Nabi, a prophet. Allah wa Ta'ala chose them to be the prophet and the messengers. One cannot be a prophet or a Nabi through his own efforts, his own piety, his own taqwa. No matter what, most highest level of taqwa, highest level of iman, that doesn't mean that that person becomes a prophet. Allah wa Ta'ala chooses who to choose to become a prophet and a Nabi of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا مُوسَى بِآيَاتِنَا وَسُلْطَانٍ مُبِينٍ إِلَى فِرْعَوْنَ وَمَلَئِهِ, to Fir'aun and his governors. So Musa salam was sent to Fir'aun and his governors. Unfortunately, instead of following the commands and the orders laid down by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala towards Musa salam, the governors were not ready to follow Musa salam, but they were ready to follow Fir'aun. فَاتَّبَعُوا أَمْرَ فِرْعَوْنَ, however they followed the orders of Fir'aun. وَمَا أَمْرُ فِرْعَوْنَ بِرَشِيدٍ. Allah. And the orders of Fir'aun were improper. Fir'aun was a big zalim. Simple as that. Oppressive ruler, oppressive king. And Pharaonic methodology was based upon racial superiority, false sense of nation pride, and superiority of false religion, made up his religion. So it was a toxic mix of these sort of manifestations. And as time went on, this Pharaonic rule also reared its head in the past 100 years. What is the basis of Pharaonic rule. What does he do? How does he start with this? How does Zulm come? He will kill people left, right, and center. Those who oppose him, he'll kill them. Those who oppose him, he'll kill them. إن فرعون علا في الأرض وجعل أهلها شيعا يستضعف طائفة منهم يذبح أبناءهم ويستحيي نساءهم. Slaughter the men. Slaughter them. Every newborn baby, male, slaughter. Killing babies, newborn. No rahim. ويستحيي نساءهم, and let the women go. And then you utilize those women for his own pleasure. Allah mentions إنه كان من المفسدين. He was among the mufsideen. Allah, mufsideen في الأرض. Those who spread corruption, disorder on the land. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned he was among them. But Allah ta'ala, he gives kingdom, he gives leadership. That leadership is given, it's also from Allah. But then Allah ta'ala tests that leader. That through that leadership and through that authority, does he spread fairness and justice and insaf and piety on the land? Or does he spread correction, zulm, tyranny, oppression? Those among the leaders who spread justice, fairness, they pass the test. And they have also left this world. They have also left this world. And those people who spread tyranny, oppression, cruelty, they did what they did, but they have also left this world. They have also left it. No one stayed in this world forever. Regarding Fir'aun, Allah mentioned, فَالْيَوْمَ نُنَجِّيكَ بِبَدَنِكَ لِتَكُونَ لِمَنْ خَلْفَكَ آيَةً. That even the water, the river, the sea would not accept his body and pull it back out. That itself was a big curse. And the whole reason, لِتَكُونَ لِمَنْ خَلْفَكَ آيَةً. So the people that will come after, they'll know that this is a sign for us to realize that if we go on the same path of Fir'aun, this will be our outcome as well. This will be our protection. That's why Allah mentioned, إِنَّ كَثِيرًا مِنَ النَّاسِ عَنْ آيَاتِنَا لَغَافِلُونَ. Majority of the people Allah mentions are very ghafil towards our signs, neglectful. Through Fir'aun itself, people should learn how we should live our lives. So this Pharaonic methodology of leadership, it came in the last 100 years in the form of genocide. Genocide. Genocide is different. And even now, people are adopting this sort of leadership. How does it start? A great scholar has mentioned, and I've quoted his statements here, that there's a great professor who has written books on the studies of genocide. His name is Dr. Gregory Stanton. He's written books. He's an academic, he's not a religious person, he's an academic. And a very former scholar. And he's mentioned that there are 8 to 10 stages of genocide. How it starts, then after, then after, then after, then after, then after. Okay? Genocide is a mass persecution. How does it start? First, it starts with classification. It starts with classifying. You classify ethnic minorities. These are Indians, these are British Indians, these are this Indian, this is that, ethnic. That's fine, because really it's a good thing, because then you just recognize it. It's for recognition. You're a British Asian, right? You're a British Pakistani, you're a British Muslim, you're a this, you're that, any whatever. You're from that caste, you're from that caste, you're from that caste, it's just to identify. It's called classification. So that is fine, but that's how it starts. Then it's given a symbol. The second stage is symbol. It's symbolic power. It's called symbolic power. And these people, certain peoples of certain kind of tribe or whatever, or even certain religion, are termed in a more derogative manner. So for example, certain group of people we call as invaders. Certain people we call as invaders. They're not invaders, we call them invaders. They've given a symbol already. These are invaders. Though they may not be invaders, they may be people from the same land, live for thousands and thousands of years. Actually, they even benefited the land. They fought for the land, right, for the independency. Yet still, they regard them given a symbol now, the more derogative. That's the second stage. Then, third stage. Third stage is discrimination. On a social level. Discrimination on a social level. What happens when people start boycotting certain group of people? Don't eat with them, don't buy from their shop, don't have business with them. You're not to meet them, you're not to greet them. How dare you buy anything from that shop, particular shop? I'm just giving this is one example. Right? If you go for an interview for a job, if you're a particular type of person, then you'll not be given a job. This is called discrimination. So it starts in the third stage. Okay? Then it goes further. This is all what Fir'aun did. It's all the Fir'aunic methodology. Then it comes to a stage where it's called dehumanization. Dehumanization means that you do not regard those particular people as even humans. When you dehumanize someone, that means lack of compassion, no mercy, no rahmat, no shafqat, no love. Because you don't regard that person as a human being. That's what Fir'aun did. Otherwise, why would he go and give the order of killing newborn babies? That is just a way. No compassion at all to any newborn baby. Dehumanization. Not worthy of living. Treat you like animals. That's how he treated those slaves. Slaughtered them, persecuted them, whatever. Tortured them. Then there's another level, which is called organized violence. After that, it's called organized violence. What happens is mobs get together, gangs get together, and then slowly, right, they attack those particular people. But it's organized. It's proper organized. One is not being organized. One is just proper organized. That's what happens. Then the top people are involved, the politicians are involved, the senior people, the governors, and that's what happened with Fir'aun. His governors were involved, they followed him. So whatever command he gave or start now sorting these sort of people, attack them, the governors were involved during the time of Fir'aun. The ministers. That's what he mentions here. Ila Fir'aun wa mala'i. Not just Fir'aun, wa mala'i, his governors as well. So he was coming from the top. Then, slowly, now all this is going on. Everything is going on. Now what happens? Majority of the people who may be educated, may have the understanding, they will know that this is wrong. They will know. Right? So obviously they will be there to oppose the tyrant. Then comes another level called polarization. Polarization. But at the beginning, the majority of the people who are educated, who understand, the learned, they know that this is wrong, but then slowly, they are also targeted. So what happens, though they were the majority, but now they've gone to the side of the zalim and the oppressors. Why? they are also fearing their life that they could also be victims as well. Okay? So then unfortunately, so moderate people who have a moderate understanding of this, they don't exist anymore. They don't exist anymore. So that's another level. After that comes public mass persecution. So we go to the stages. Some countries only one stage, classification or symbolic. But then it's come to this stage, the public mass persecution. And what do? They round up all the people, no matter what. Round up all the people. All the people that they hate a particular group of people, they round up. How many countries did this take place? Has it already taken place? How many countries did it reach the stage 1, or just 3, or just 5, and some even 7? Allah. And then it comes to a very high level. Actual extermination, mass deaths. Anyone opposed, kill them. Anyone opposed, kill them. Anyone opposed? This is the Pharaonic methodology. And that's what happened at the time of Pharaoh. Allah. Just think what the challenges that Musa had at that time. Allah. Because he was also driven out. And then he was commanded by Allah. And Allah said, don't worry, I will protect you. I will help you. SubhanAllah. So that's what it is, actual extermination, mass deaths. And then there's another one after that as well. And that's the most amazing one. That is, after that denial, we didn't kill them. Our intention was sincere. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. We're there for democracy. We're there for freedom. We're there for this and we're there for that. Could not deny. In the olden days, there wasn't much social media or television or satellite or TV, whatever. So it's easy to deny and you get away with it. In this day and age, you get caught. It's there still they'll deny. Who's ready to oppose? Who's ready to speak up? Because you have to have a strong iman, you have to be strong. This was the Pharaonic methodology. And this is what he was doing to all those people who were opposed. He started at this is how it's Allah. But as believers, bear this in mind, dunya is not the be all and end. It doesn't end here. So don't ever think for once Allah mentioned, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا أَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Don't think Allah does not know about what the zalims and oppressors do. Allah is not ghafil. Allah is not neglectful. Allah knows everything. But He has got His own timetable. He has got His own timetable. Just because Allah, kill them, Allah, kill them, Allah doesn't go according to our timetable. He's got His own timetable. And for us believers, there's a hereafter as well. So even if someone does get away in the dunya, hereafter. This world is only 60, 70 years. Hereafter, Allah. Like I mentioned in the speech of Jummah, just the day of Qiyamah, just the day of resurrection, is equivalent to 50,000 years of this world. 50,000 sana. And for the non-believers, the kuffar, the mushrikeen, the gunagar, the sinners, that Qiyamah will be like 50,000 years. That day itself, the day of judgment. And for the mu'mineen and the believers and the righteous and the muttaqeen and the pious, that day of Qiyamah will be like performing 2 rakats sunnah for namaz. That's how we do. Just there's a saying, I mentioned last week, time flies when you're having fun. So it won't be that bad. Right? Of course, when you're not having fun and it's torture, you're never ending. Where's the day going to end? But unfortunately, even when that day ends, there's no happiness for the gunagar and the sinners, because then it's Jahannam. Allah Ta'ala has his own directive. If not in this world, definitely in the hereafter. That's what Allah mentions further on. يَقْدُمُ قَوْمَهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ He will lead his people on the day of judgment. فَأَوْرَدَهُمُ النَّارِ And enter them into the fire. Allah. وَبِئْسَ الْوِرْدُ الْمَوْرُودُ It is an evil place indeed where they shall be entered. There's no respite in Jannah because there's no death. There's no death. Death is finished. Khatam. We only taste death and eternal in dunya when we go from this world to the next world. That's it. After that, finish. In the hereafter, there's no death. So in Jannah is ever and ever and ever and ever. And in Jahannam is forever and ever and ever. May Allah protect us. So Allah grant us eternal bliss, eternal happiness, eternal joy. And that's why we perform salah. That's why we do ibadah. That's why we worship Allah. That's why we follow the commands of Allah. For the akhirah, for the hereafter. Dunya we get, alhamdulillah. If we don't get the dunya, do salah. Allah is prepared for us in the hereafter. وَأُتْبِعُوا فِي هَذِهِ لَعْنَةً وَيَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ Curse has been made to pursue them in this world and in the hereafter as well. وَبِئْسَ الرِّفْدُ الْمَفْرُودُ It will be an evil prize that they will receive. Allah further mentions ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْقُرَى This whole chapter of Hud is full of incidents of the Anbiya ﷺ. And those people who followed them, who were obedient to them, how Allah Ta'ala elevated their status. And those who were disobedient to the messengers of the time, how Allah Ta'ala punished them, and we learn a lesson from that. إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَعِبْرَةً لِأُولِي الْأَبْصَارِ ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْقُرَى This is from the narratives of the cities that we relate to you. Allah. Some of them are still standing, مِنْهَا قَائِمٌ وَحَصِيدٌ, while others have been annihilated. Some cities and them days, the time of Anbiya, are still standing even now. Some were completely destroyed. وَمَا ظَلَمْنَاهُمْ وَلَكِنْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ We did not oppress them, but they oppressed themselves. When we commit sins, we are oppressing ourselves. When we are disobedient to Allah, we are oppressing ourselves. Meaning, we are making it difficult for ourselves in the hereafter. فَمَا أَغْنَتْ عَنْهُمْ آلِهَتُهُمُ الَّتِي يَدْعُونَ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ لَمَّا جَاءَ أَمْرُ رَبِّكَ The gods which they called upon besides Allah were of no avail at all to them when the command of their Rabb came. Allah Akbar. Meaning when Allah's punishment came for them, they called their gods, their statues, their idols, or protect us. How are they going to protect them? These statues and idols cannot protect anyone. They cannot even protect themselves. They cannot benefit anyone, nor can they harm anyone. And it was these idols that they used to worship, and they used to turn to when Allah's punishment came. This is what Allah will mention. وَمَا زَادُوهُمْ غَيْرَ تَتْبِيبٍ They only increased them in destruction. وَكَذَلِكَ أَخْذُ رَبِّكَ إِذَا أَخَذَ الْقُرَى وَهِيَ ظَالِمَةٌ Such is the grasp of your Rabb when he sees a town that is oppressive. إِنَّ أَخْذَهُ عَلِيمٌ شَدِيدٌ Indeed, his grasp is painful and severe. When Allah's azab comes, that's it. It's severe. It's painful. Especially when it's a collective one. It's a collective one. Allah will protect us. We've been through COVID for 1-2 years. How difficult it's been. Especially when people are dying and dying and dying. And the message from the minbar, Tawbah, Ruju ila Allah. Change our lives, adopt taqwa. Life is short. Reality check. How many of us have done that? If we have, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Then Allah gives us the steadfastness and strength to continue until our death. And if we haven't, then we need to change. This is just the beginning. Could be many, many other punishments. So Maulana also mentioned this remark is because of our immodesty, our bishami, our halal. Allah Ta'ala protect us. Amen. And then Allah mentions here, إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَعَايَةً لِمَنْ خَافَ عَذَابَ الْآخِرَةِ Surely in it are signs for him who fears the punishment of the hereafter. ذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ مَجْمُوعٌ This shall be such a day when people will be gathered. Qiyamah. Everyone will be gathered on one platform. We'll be worried about ourselves. At that time, we won't see our brother as a brother. We won't see our parents as our parents. Because we're all worried about ourselves. وَذَلِكَ يَوْمٌ مَشْهُودٌ. And that will be the day when all will be present. Everyone will be present. From the time of Hazrat Adam والسلام, to the last person on the face of this earth, just before the day of Qiyamah. Young, old, men, women, and all worried about their actions. Then all will be thinking about, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, oh, I know I did this. At that time, the zaban, the tongue, closed. Then Allah will give the command for the hands to speak, the legs to speak. That's Allah was given this zaban, the ability to speak, is capable of giving the hands the ability to speak. Because Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. وَمَا نُؤَخِّرُهُ إِلَّا لِأَجَلٍ مَعْدُودٍ. We should only postpone it for a little while. Blessed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the tawfiq. Prepare for the hereafter. Live pious and righteous lives of taqwa. Because remember, death is reality. The day of Qiyamah is also reality. To stand in front of Allah and give account of our deeds and our actions is also a reality. And that's why we have to make an effort in this world. That's why, alhamdulillah, we have Jamaaz coming in as well. The whole reason, reminding ourselves, reminding each other. Our purpose of life. Why is Allah created this? Where are we going? What preparations have we made for that? That is what the message. That is the message of the Quran, time and time again. The biggest issue is we can always forget the hereafter. When we don't perform our salah, it's because we have forgotten the hereafter. When we don't carry out our first and obligatory duties to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's because we have forgotten the hereafter. When we are unable to do sabr, it's because we have forgotten the hereafter. When we are unable to do shukr, it's because we have forgotten the hereafter. When we do zulm, whether it want to be a high level or a small level, it's because we have forgotten the hereafter. When we engage in different types of guna and sins, it's because we have forgotten the hereafter. That is the root cause. That's why Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam constantly advises to go to the Qabristan, go to the cemetery. And the whole purpose of going to the cemetery and Qabristan is to remind ourselves of the hereafter. Today it is them, tomorrow it is yourself.
Yeah.